Hello, my valuable friends, and welcome back. I'm Tetivik, and today we're going to discuss how to be a wife material, how to behave like a wife so you can finally get married. Now, marriage is not the end goal of the life, and we can just start about being in a relationship or meeting the right man for you or getting engaged. But of course, in the end of the day, all women actually healthy normal women want to get married. So, in order for you to become a wife one day, you have to be a wife now. You need to behave and dress like a wife now. Only then you can get married. That's why a lot of successful people, when you hear their stories, you can see that actually they were thinking as successful people before they become successful, because you have to understand your thinking, it's what attracts to you the things that you want. The thinking makes the process run. Before we start, let me tell you that you can book one-to-one sessions with me. You can buy my book, any luxury items that I sell, and you can do my online courses. All links are below, and thank you for your donations. Now let's start. Number one, how to become more classically, womanly, femininely wife material is actually have a wifely mindset. How does a wifey think? How does a wife in general think? Wife is not thinking about clubbing. Wife is not thinking about revealing clothing. Wife is not thinking about being loud and getting attention and flirting with every guy she meets. Wife is more reserved. Wife is a little bit more serious in a way that she's responsible about what she does, where she goes. Men, we think that men don't see wifey material. They do. They do. Many times when it didn't work out for me when I was dating a man, because he knew I'm a wife material. He knew that I'm not going to be there and just have fun and just be physical without no purpose or waste my time or give him any money or help. He knew this is a wife. I can't get anything with this. Either need to marry or leave her. So a lot of times, me being a wife, thinking like a wife, dressing like a wife, was helping me to actually repel the wrong men. They were not bad, but they were just not husband materials. So in order for you to become a wife material, you have to have wife mindset. How does a wife think when she wakes up? Okay, my house, my beauty, my kids, my husband. This is what wife is thinking about. Do you understand the difference? What do you think about when you wake up? And it's so interesting. When I wake up, I don't have kids yet. I can't wait for them. I want to squeeze them. You know how much I like kids? But when I wake up, I sometimes think, what am I going to read to my kids when I have them? Which kind of books? How am I going to decorate their room? How am I going to snuggle with them? How am I going to squeeze their cheeks? I'm thinking about my kids. My future kids, I'm already thinking now. I'm already in my wifely mindset. When I'm in my house, I'm decorating the house the way that a wife will decorate. Not like a teenager will decorate, but like a wife. How does a wife decorate? What does she buy for the house? Oh, the wife buys beautiful plates for the house, for the family, plates. You know, even I always say to women, if you have like a set of one plate and you're living alone, buy another plate for your husband, then another for your children. So start buying things. Start thinking and planning ahead. What kind of mirrors will I need in my bedroom? Maybe I need a plant for my bathroom. Let me already plan now. And you're filling in your house with items that the wife would have. What other things wife is thinking about? About her cleanliness, about her body, about her image, about her beauty. She's grooming herself. Because wife usually has a husband. Husband usually is kissing that wife, hugging that wife, cuddling that wife, making love to that wife. So that wife's body is clean, so the men can enjoy. So a woman who is even single but she wants to become a wife, she's already behaving like a wife. That's why my toes are always done. Always done. Doesn't matter if I'm alone, I'm dating someone, or I'm engaged. My toes are always done because I'm a wife inside. And I'm fully taken care of. If my husband wants to kiss my feet, he can do it. My feet are beautiful, they're soft, and my pedicure is done. And it's beautiful feeling. I wish you can experience when a man, you sit down on a bed and he takes your shoe out and he kisses your toes. And your toes are perfect. You have nothing to worry about. That's a beautiful feeling. That's how the wife behaves with her husband. She's fully groomed. She's fully beautiful. How wife thinks. She thinks about herself, her beauty, her kids, her house, and her husband. Do you see how it works? Are you thinking about those things? Then how can you be a wife if you're never thinking, contemplating, dreaming, planning, preparing? This is number one, the mindset. Second of all, you have to have wife appearance. Nowadays, when I look what women are wearing, it's not only wife material, it's not only cheap girl material, it's like you can burn that outfit material. And I am wondering that actually maybe we need to create this special, like a police department, which is taking care of what people are wearing. But we know that when women are cheap, they wear certain type of clothing. And nowadays, we see a simple, decent girl from a good family is wearing that woman's cheap clothing. You know what type of women I'm talking about? The ones that are standing in the streets in the middle of the night. But then you go to the restaurant or a lounge or a hotel lounge where you are having lunch, and women are dressed exactly like that, that they are working in a corner of the street. So my question is that where is that a man is going to look at you, where in his mind he's going to think that you're a wife? To become a wife and be a wife material, you have to dress like a wife. I love that. And ask yourself, when you're putting your outfit, look at yourself in the mirror. Do I look like a wife? Are my accessories like a wife? Is the fabric of the clothing that the wife would wear? Is my hair like a wife? Are my nails like a wife? Is my makeup is like a wife? Or I look cheap? How do I look like? To become a wife, your appearance need to represent and talk loudly about you that I'm a wife. A man is approaching you, he already knows I'm a wife. By the way that I'm covered, by the way that I am groomed, by the way what type of clothing I wear, how far the dress goes. He knows the answer. And that's why men know very particularly who is for fun and who is for relationship. You actually determine if man is going to have fun with you and then leave you, or he's actually going to commit to you. Of course, sometimes we meet men and they're nice to us and they know that we're wife material and they leave us because they're simply not ready to take responsibility and marry us. That can happen as well. But it does not determine who you are if he's leaving you. What determines who is approaching you? How is he approaching you? What is he proposing to you? Men will never come to me and ask for physical intimacy because my whole outfit is communicating. I have standards. I respect my body. My body is covered. I know how to groom myself. I am a wife. So either come correct or don't approach me at all. And that's exactly what happens. And have you noticed when you're not really dressed well and you're dressed a bit cheap, a lot of men approach you because they know that you don't respect yourself. It's going to be easy to get you for one night. They're not planning to marry you. You get approached less when you dress like a wife material because not every man can afford to have a wife. Emotionally, they can't afford. Physically, they can't afford to be there and take care of her. Financially, they cannot afford. So I will tell you, if you want to get married, start dressing like a wife. Groom yourself like a wife. And you know what's interesting? That it is part of being responsible for yourself when you dress like a wife. Now, number 3 is you need to have wife responsibility. This is not about, kids right now. If you're not married, you don't have kids, that's fine. But it's you have to become a responsible woman, responsible adult. That means that we are no longer playing damsel in distress. We're not walking and begging for money, trying to scam someone to get some money. We're not doing that. You know how many women are actually doing it? They're trying to get something for nothing, and a little something from one man, a little something from another man. I always say, isn't that better to get married with one man who loves you, who gives you everything you want, than to have every item given by a different man and feel like a little bit like losing your time and getting nothing? To become a wife, you have to have wife responsibility, which means that you're completely responsible for your education. If you want to have a degree, you do not take a gap year. You run back to university and you finish university. When I was 23, I already finished all my degrees, and as you know, I have few. When I was 23, I finished my master's degree. And yet I'm talking to some women and they say they're 25 and they took a gap year. I did 4 degrees and you're on a gap year and you're a couple of years older than me? That doesn't make sense to me. So when I was 23, a few years ago, I was sitting and looking at some things that I was doing in the past, and I was thinking, I am so blessed that I chose my past to be in a correct way. I was responsible for my studies. I am so blessed that I'm responsible for myself. I do not have a single debt. I don't owe anything to anyone, nor to the bank, nor to the shop, nor to the person, nor to the relative, nor to the friend, nor to the man. I don't owe anything to anyone. Physically, I don't owe item that I took that I didn't return. Financially, I don't owe money to anyone or any instances or institutions, because I am responsible for myself. I can tell you, I don't have one bill that is not paid. Right now, everything is paid because everything is on direct debit. Everything is automated. I'm never late. I have never been late on my rent. I've never been late on paying my phone bill or paying my internet or paying for a dress that I'm buying or going to buy a phone and I need to be in debt. No, I walked in and I said, okay, how much you need? Okay, 100, 600, whatever. I'm giving you the money and I'm taking the phone. I'm giving the money, I'm taking the laptop. 1,000, 2,000, here you go. Cash, take it. I don't owe things. If I buy a bag or a perfume or a candle, that is not credit. That means I pay the money and I walk out. And a lot of you are wasting money on things that you cannot afford, trying to be someone you're not. The dresses I wear is dresses I wear outside. This is not a dress for filming. This is a dress that I was out in. I went out and now I came and I'm talking to you, you know? I had a lovely time. I was in this restaurant and oh my God, you should have seen the music, the lights. Oh my God, I had the blast. This was my outfit. I took lovely pictures. I had a beautiful bow on my shoes. I still have it. Beautiful outfit, beautiful dress, beautiful accessories, hair, nails, makeup made. This is my life. I'm a wife. I'm responsible for myself. If I go out, I'm responsible for getting me there, coming back. I'm responsible for myself. I'm responsible for my finances. Now, the next point, how to become a wife material, is you have to have very high standards and you need to have boundaries. Yes, men don't like it. But what type of men are we talking about? Boys that are not ready to commit to you. Of course, they will not like your boundaries. They want it easy. They're boys. Like, you know, I heard someone told me it's like called grown boy. Grown. Like he's grown up, but he's still a boy. So he's not a man. He's not a mature man. That's tasty. But how many mature men do you know? So if they don't like something that I'm doing or my standards, I am not really guilty. You know what's interesting? That a husband material type of a guy loves wife material girl. Of course, it's rare because nowadays everything is like a menu. Online dating apps, social media. People look at each other like disposable. That's why I will never be advising you to date online, because that means you're desperate. That means you're disposable. That means you're not unique. Do you see women like me online? Ask your male friends. Do you see women like this online? They will say no, because my standards are too high. I prefer to sit alone than to be with someone that does not appreciate me. I said, I was talking to a girl and she said they went on a date. And while he was talking to her, they met online. She said she just went to the bathroom, and while she was coming back, he was already talking to some other girl. She recognized by the colors. She said there is a specific color for this app. So she's on a date with a guy and he's already arranging next date. I don't want that kind of thing to happen to you. So to become a wife, you have to have wife standards, which means that we meet on a regular, normal time. I will not go on a dinner with you at 10 o'clock in the night. That's the time for me to get the shower and go to bed. So if you want to invite me for dinner, 6, 7, sure, that's fine. Then bring me home, 10, 11, bring me home. That's called standards. That I am not kissing you on a first date, not because I don't want to, or not because I'm not attracted to you. I can be very attracted to you, but how can I kiss everyone that I meet on a first date? What if I have 10 dates in a month? So what, am I going to kiss everybody? I'm going to kiss after 1 year. I kissed all the city? Think about what you're doing. I was dating a guy, and after 1 month, I allowed the kiss. But it has to be not earned in like a materialistic way, but it has to be earned by trust. So I can trust him, so I can feel safe with him, I can get to know him. And in 1 month, you talk every day, every second day. Sometimes he calls, sometimes you see him, you meet 1, 2 times a week, you get to know the person. Then the kiss is meaningful. So to have standards is actually to create meaning in your life. That who am I? What do I want? What kind of life am I creating? A wife is not an accident. Wife is deliberate creation. You have to understand. And the last point, what I want to mention in here, that if you want to be actually a wife material, you have to have dignity and a character of a wife. That means that you know how to be loyal. I see nowadays women are not loyal. Okay, men, I heard that before. But women are not loyal. They flirt with someone, and then they go downstairs and they flirt with someone else. And while they're going to the ladies' room, they flirt with someone else. And my question is, why we do this? I will tell you, because it's a very low self-esteem. A person with a very high and healthy, not even high, but healthy self-esteem will never do that. I will never flirt with anyone. If I'm with one man, that's it. I don't even see other men. Yes, they see me. Yes, they try to approach me. Yes, they try to give me their card. They try to wink at me. I'm like a wall. I don't even see you. I see men when I'm in a relationship with one man. I see all other men like my brothers. I don't see them like men. You know what I mean? This is what wife does. She doesn't see all men as potential husbands. She's already married. So in my mind, I am married to my husband. I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm married to my husband. So if I am dating someone, I'm not thinking, imagining that he's my husband, but if I'm dating with someone, I have to be faithful because that molds my character. And that character I'm going to bring with me as a backpack to my marriage. So if I cannot be faithful now, who tells me that I'm going to be able to be faithful in marriage? And I love actually this. I love being able to commit to one person. You know, even if you're dating for a couple of weeks, just try to talk to one person. You'll feel so desperate, you know? How comes 5, 6 people are not texting me? 10 people are not texting me? 20 guys are not texting me? No, it's just one person. Can you imagine to get to know one person? Do you know what kind of pleasure that truly is? When women can commit to one man, when men can commit to one woman, it's a pleasure. Physical pleasure, emotional pleasure, intellectual pleasure, spiritual pleasure. Understanding that, wow, what type of caliber of a person I am. This is exclusive. I'm a wife. I am faithful. I am loyal. I have dignity. I'm not going to be intimate with everyone that I meet because I'm a wife. I need to think about my womanly health. I need to think who is going inside, who is going outside of my mind, of my heart, of my body. Because I'm a wife, I need to be responsible. I want to have healthy kids. So if I am physically close to a lot of men, my kids are not going to be physically healthy. because I'm ruining the genos. You have to understand, to become a wife, you need to create wife character. Wife character is not lying and pretending and playing games and manipulating. Oh, I'm going to wait for 3 hours until answer. No, sometimes I answer in 10 minutes, sometimes I don't answer in 5 hours, depending on what I'm doing. But I will answer to you because I care about you, because I'm interested in you, because I like you. I'm not going to pretend to answer after 2 weeks just because you were not answering 2 weeks. Of course, this is extreme. Like if someone is not talking to you for 2 weeks, then obviously it's over. But if it's over, I'm not going to chase you because again, we're talking about the wife character. I have too much respect towards myself to not chase a man, and also I have too much respect towards you as a man. So if you don't want me, I will say okay. I will not say why. I will say, all right, I understand, no problem. There are other 100 people that want me. I don't need to convince you of my worth. Wifely character is knowing that I am valuable. I'm worthy. I'm a beautiful wife material. I don't convince or beg or try to impress people to choose me. No. I have never seen, an elegant lady doing that. She just walks in a room. She knows this is who I am. You like me? Great. You don't like me? Great. There is no shift in the energy. She knows who she is. So if we take everything together, you can see that being a wife material actually is a very hard job. That's why a lot of girls are going to never get married or just be in a relationship for 5, 10 years and no one is going to propose because they're not wife material. Men don't marry women who are not wife material. So now the responsibility is on your shoulders. Do you want to be a wife material? Then you have to start living like a wife. First, you need to have the mindset of the wife. Then you need to focus on the outside appearance of a wife. Behavior. Everything you do talks loudly if you're a wife or not. You need to focus on your standards. You need to focus on your character, on your dignity. You have to become a wife in order for you to get married and be a wife. So start planning ahead. Start preparing. I'm so excited about you. I'm so excited that you're going to get proposed soon. You're going to meet the man of your dreams soon. Or if you're a man, you're going to meet the woman of your dream soon. I'm so excited that soon you're going to get married. Soon you're going to be a wife. Soon you're going to be a husband if you're a man. And that is amazing. You know, the biggest joy is actually to find that right person, your soulmate, the object of your love, someone that you create family with, someone you have kids with. You know how important and how beautiful that is? I can't wait for that to happen. And you can make it happen if you already are in the mindset of a wife. So all I wish for you is watch again. If you need to make notes, you can always contact me to set one-to-one sessions where we can discuss anything that bothers you and we can fix things that are not moving in your life. And you can also do online courses if you feel more comfortable doing on your own, at the comfort of your house, whenever you feel like it. Everything is created for you. This channel is for you. But definitely start working on becoming a wife. And just today think, what is one thing that I can do today to become more like a wife? Maybe it's a clothing. Maybe it's a book I can read. Maybe it's an item I can buy for my house. Maybe it's just raising my standards. Maybe it's just talking to my friend who is married and just asking her advice how it is to be married. But what is that one thing that you can do, and do it today? Slowly, slowly, slowly develop yourself and become a wife. I know that you can do it. Hundreds of women are doing it. So also, I'm coming with you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to do it with you. Women have to become wives, not girlfriends, not women for fun, not women that get used, but wives. We are created to create marriages, healthy families, and have healthy kids. So I wish you to start thinking like a wife, dressing like a wife, feeling like a wife. Oof, that feels amazing. Thank you for watching, and let me remind you, smile, breathe, become a wife, And most importantly, don't forget to enjoy your life.